There's nothing worse than a pregnant girl with her crotch on fire. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel and welcome to my 30 weeks pregnancy update. Oh my gosh. Okay, so I am now 30 weeks pregnant, and so I'm going to start updating you guys every 2 weeks because I feel like kind of a lot of information happens towards the end. And then I will move up to every single week once I hit 36 weeks. So I am going to check my phone and see what I wrote. Lightning crotch. Oh my gosh. So I don't think I really had that with Cal. I just had it once with Crew. But it's a real thing. It's like basically the baby is kicking like maybe a nerve or something. And so it is like a sharp shooting pain. It kind of makes you like gasp. So I had that for a little bit. I was on the phone FaceTiming my mom when it happened, and she was like, you need to go to the doctor right now. It was like late at night, and I was like, no, we're fine. Hi, honey. Hey, babe. Honey. Hi. Go find daddy. Go find daddy. Okay, thank you. But I talked to my doctor about it, and it's completely normal, which is kind of what I figured. The next thing that I've noticed is that my belly portion of my body is bigger now than it was with Cal when I was 30 weeks. I think that's pretty typical with your second pregnancy, or after multiple pregnancies, your belly gets bigger quicker. So I will show you guys my belly at the end, but I will say right now, it's definitely like I'm bigger all around in my belly this time around than I was with Cal, which is also possibly leading to more stretch marks. It's hard for me to tell. I did post a picture on my Insta story, so make sure you follow me on Instagram. I don't think I saved it to my highlights because it wasn't a good picture, but it was just like a completely unedited picture of my belly all stretched out. And like I've said before, I got really bad stretch marks with Cal, and this time around, in addition to like the white ones, I also have like purpley blue, and so usually that means those are new, I'm pretty sure. So I'm not sure if I'm getting new ones at this point. Like, I honestly could just care less. Like, my stomach is a mess. Let's just be honest, it's a mess. And when the time comes that I'm done having babies, I can do something about it then. So I'm not worried about it. Okay, so also I got a rash right around 30 weeks with my first pregnancy called Pups. If any of you guys have had it, I feel so bad for you. It is the worst rash to get during pregnancy. It's, I think it comes on while you're pregnant usually, and it's a super itchy rash on your stomach, and it can also spread. And I got that at 30 weeks with him. It wasn't bad until about 36 weeks, and it was super itchy. And I was following this girl on Instagram, and she was talking about her rash and how that's why her stretch marks were so bad. And I'm like, that makes total sense then why my stretch marks got so bad, because I also had that rash, and she was hoping that she doesn't get it again. And I'm like, I didn't even think of the possibility of getting this rash again. So I hope I don't get Pups again. Fingers crossed that it's not like a common thing. If you have it once, then you'll get it again. I'm not really sure, but it was terrible. So I'm lucky to not have that right now. I have been craving pancakes. I made David drive through McDonald's at 3:30 in the afternoon to get some pancakes for me. I had my doctor's appointment this week. I do have a yeast infection, and I went back and watched my 30-week pregnancy update with Cal, and I had a yeast infection at 30 weeks then as well, which is kind of interesting. And that was literally the worst doctor's appointment I'd ever had in my life with Cal. And I did not have my doctor. I had a PA, and she was the worst. She stuck a tube up to check my yeast infection, made me bleed. Then she wouldn't prescribe me anything because she said that basically I couldn't have anything because I was pregnant. It was a whole mess. So this time around, my doctor asked me if I had a yeast infection or a UTI or anything like that, and I was like, now that you mention it, I think I might. Like, it was one of those things. This is how crazy it is, like, being pregnant the second time. It was one of those things where I was like, oh yeah, now that you mention it, I do think I have a yeast infection, but it wasn't like in my mind, whereas with my first pregnancy, I like knew right away that I had one, and I had to ask the doctor about it. And then this time I like didn't even question it. Like, I didn't even think about it until he said something. And so I was like, why did you ask? And he's like, there's white blood cells in your urine, which usually means infection. And that kind of freaked me out because then I was like, okay, could it be anything else? And he said, no, it's probably just, you know, a yeast infection or whatever. So he just prescribed me, I don't remember what it's called, but it was just one pill, and I just took it, and then it was gone the next day. So that was pretty cool. But I was like, are you sure? I don't know if I need anything, because like it wasn't like a super bad one. And he was like, there's nothing worse than a pregnant girl with her crotch on fire. So I got rid of my yeast infection. Oh, a good thing that happened at the doctor's appointment is my blood pressure. So with Cal, my blood pressure started creeping up really high towards the end. Oh God, I'm so out of breath. I don't think it had started yet, because I probably would have already mentioned it in my videos that I've been watching. So I don't think it had started yet, but I know towards the end, especially like towards the end, it got really high to the point where I had to go to triage to be seen and be monitored because it was like at a scary high level. So they took my blood pressure and it was 110/70, and the nurse said that was really, really good. And then I told like my mom and David and a friend, they were all like, that's like amazing. So I'm super happy that I have a really good blood pressure right now. I'm going to attribute that to my Plexus supplements and exercising, which I have gotten back on the exercise train this week, and I'm feeling really good about it. I've been doing spin, which I've been loving spin. I think I'm gonna step up my spin classes and kind of decrease some of the other classes that I was doing, because I was doing some classes that are like lifting and cardio and stuff, and I went to one that was a different teacher. I hadn't seen her in a really long time, so I don't think she knew I was pregnant. So I went in the class and she was like, oh, you're pregnant. And she basically was like modifying everything for me to the point where I was just walking the track. Like I couldn't, she's like, okay, don't do this exercise, don't do this, don't do this. And it just made me feel like, why did I even come? You know what I mean? Like, even if you're pregnant, you can still, especially if you're already active, like you can still do a lot of the things, you just have to slightly modify them. So that was like a little bit discouraging, but I went back to the gym the very next day and went to a different class and did everything my own way, and it was perfect. So it's just like, I think some people are super, super overcautious, and you just have to listen to your body and know what to do. And I feel like I'm pretty good at doing that so far. My weight gain this total pregnancy, I think the last time I updated you, I've gained about three more pounds. So I'm at a total of 26 pounds. And my goal for this pregnancy was 20 to 25. So I'm already over my goal weight. But you know, it is what it is. So I'm just like, whatever, it is what it is. You know, last time I gained 40 pounds, no, I was not the healthiest, especially towards the end of my pregnancy. I did not feel that great. But yes, I lost all my weight in like 2 months. So I'm not worried about it so much as losing the weight back. I just want to be healthy this time. But since I feel good and I feel healthy, then I think it's fine. So I'm at 26 pounds. Who knows, maybe I will get up to 40 again. At this point, I've already gained like 3 more pounds than I had previously at this time. So I am kind of gaining at a faster rate this time around. So there's a big possibility that I could reach 40. But I'm just gonna, you know, keep living life, keep eating Ben & Jerry's, keep going to the tea room getting cake, and then I'll just keep going to the gym. Okay, last thing to talk about before I'm gonna show you guys some products, but the last thing I want to talk about, my reaction to Joanna Gaines naming her baby Crew. You know, I don't care. I really could care less, but I don't even follow her. I don't know what her other kids are named, how many kids I don't know anything about them, but it's the fact that, number one, people are going to associate like him with their, probably not, maybe people forget. It just happened today, but a couple people already like messaged me about it and stuff, and I'm like, you know, whatever. But the other thing is, I don't want it to become this huge popular name, like turn into like a Benjamin or a Brandon. Those are both my brother's names, but those are a David, you know what I mean? Like, I don't want it to turn into this super popular name, because I feel like when I picked it, I had heard it one other time, but I had never heard it before that, and I was so in love with it, And then now I feel like it's going to be popular. So I hope it doesn't like take off and become this huge, but you can't really prevent that. I mean, that's just how the world works. So who knows, it might become popular. One positive thing, I guess, my dad was saying, I was like FaceTiming my dad at like 7 this morning. I was like, did you hear what happened? Pregnancy hormones. But he said at least people will like, because a lot of times, especially like with my family, I feel like we say the name and they're like, what? You know, like people are like, oh, I've never heard that. That's unique or whatever. But now maybe that someone famous has named their kid that and it becomes a little bit more mainstream, it's not so unique where it's like people are like, how do you spell it? What is the name? So I feel like that is a little bit of a plus side. That's how I'm going to look at it. But oh well, whatever. His name is Crew. His name has been Crew since pretty much the beginning, where right when we found out it was a boy, that's just what we knew we would name him, and that's what we've been calling him. So yeah. Okay, then lastly, I always show you guys things at the end. I have a few things to show you. One, this is like so cute and funny. So this is a little panty box. I will open it up for you guys. I have not opened it yet. This is by the company Panty Fresh. I'll link them down below. They were sweet enough to send this to me. They thought it would be a cute little thing for a pregnant person. But basically, it is this cute little bag that you can put in your purse, and you don't have to be pregnant. It's really for anybody. They have like a list of scenarios that you would use it for. But basically, it's like an emergency little panty kit. So if you have your period, if you're pregnant and you pee yourself, or if you just like have like a random sleepover or anything like that, you can use it. So it's super tiny, like you can see, and then it just comes with a little panty liner. It is so super tiny. And then hopefully I can fit all this back in here perfectly. A little feminine wipe. And then a little pair of panties. And I feel like this would actually come in handy a lot. So they're just like a seamless black. I think you can pick your color too, like black, nude, or white probably. And you pick your size. Just a little seamless pair of underwear. And like you saw how tiny that little pouch was. And then I think you actually are supposed to stick your old stuff down in this bag. So then this becomes like your little like old bag of your soiled underwear. So I just thought that was like the cutest little thing. Plus it's kind of hilarious, and I'm totally putting this in my bag, and who knows if I'll have to use it sometime soon. Okay, next thing are some maternity shorts. I shared these in a vlog. These are from motherhood. I just have a hard time finding shorts at 30 weeks pregnant, or any bottoms to be exact, because you have this muffin top that happens, and if you put on your size small or medium or extra small, whatever size, regular shorts, then you hang right over them and it cuts off your circulation. So I wanted something that I could just wear and throw on and clean the house and feel comfortable, but also possibly run to Walmart and grab something and not like, and feel like comfortable leaving the house. So these are from Motherhood. They are, I think they're actually technically a pajama short. I'll link them down below. I think they're like $14.95. I used a coupon on mine too, so I got them a little bit cheaper. But they're just an elastic maternity short, and they are so, so comfortable. So I love those. So if you're looking for like a good, inexpensive house short, get these. Okay, last thing. I just wanted to remind you guys and show you this. I got this with Cal. This is the Amazon baby registry box. So I just did my baby registry. I don't need a whole ton of stuff, but I kind of got to thinking about it, and I was like, you know, it'd be nice to like replace the old bottles and like get, you know, there's just like little things that I'm like, yeah, we could probably use that. We could definitely use wipes. There's a lot of things you can use that you might not like remember needing. And so I went ahead and built my registry. If you already have things like your stroller, your car seat, like we have all the big stuff already, you can just check it off on there. But once you have everything checked off, if you're a Prime member, you will get this box for free. So it's totally worth it, even if you feel like you don't need anything. Just go ahead and make a registry, because you get this box for free. And I'm not going to show you the whole box. I have it on my Insta stories on the highlight reel if you do want to see a detailed haul of what's in here. but I just wanted to share with you guys that it's better than it was a couple years ago. The products are bigger, there's more stuff in here, and there's some really cute stuff in here like this baby swaddle with zebras. I don't know if they give you a different one for different genders or if everybody gets this one. And then this adorable little elephant onesie. So I just thought that these two were really, really nice pieces in this box. Plus everything else is pretty big. So I was excited when I got that, and it was completely free. I also registered at Bye Bye Baby because they also have a gift bag. Theirs is nothing compared to this, if I remember correctly. But you get coupons. You get a 15% off coupon for your Amazon registry, which I am totally going to stock up on some good baby stuff and use that. And I will do like a registry haul for you guys at the end. That'll probably be like super close to when I give birth because I want to get everything at the end because I don't know what I'll need. You know what I mean? So that's everything. I will show you guys my belly. I'm going to have to push everything back and show you what it looks like. So hang on. Okay, so this is what my bump looks like.
I see